Hey guys, I want to welcome you back to the Sensu Pop channel. Today we will be talking about the Dark Broly deck profile. Personally, I've been enjoying playing the deck so much, it's so interesting, and of course it's Broly and it's dark, so it's edgier and like better. But we are going to be doing something a little bit different here, so instead of just showing you the deck, we will be dividing this video up into 3 sections. The first section is I'm going to be attempting to explain the mechanics of the deck, what the deck is trying to do, and how do you play it. And the second section is I'm going to show you a budget build, so for those people who just doesn't want to jump like headfirst into the deck, like putting in hundreds and hundreds of dollars into the deck, I'm going to show you the budget build to get you started. And the last part, of course, is that if you are really invested and you want to get into the full power of this deck itself, I'm going to show you, like when you open up the checkbook, what can happen. So without further ado, let's go straight into the deck profile. See you after the short intro, alright? Hey guys, I want to welcome you back from the intro, so let's go straight and talk about what the deck is trying to do. The deck is really simple because it is about summoning 30k Dark Broly cards, and then you just keep on swinging your opponent in the face. It is very themed because that's what Broly do. He is just a big guy, and if you like decks like that cheats out big heater, and then all you do is just that you swing and swing and swing and swing, this is the deck for you. So let's talk about our 30k beat stick. Alright, the first one is Dark Broly Uncontrollable Berserker. Every single one of them that I'm going to show you here, most of the time you're going to be swinging with your Dark Broly, and all of them can come out with 0 energy, and they can come out with several ways, but you're never going to be paying 6 for him. Alright, and what he does is this: you can send 6 battle cards, black battle cards, from your drop area to your warp, and then you play him from your drop area, just like that. So you just need 7 battle cards in your drop area, and this guy comes out for free. And every single one of them has a come into play effect. This guy warps something from your opponent's battle area. This guy is a blocker, which is the least good out of them. You really want to play this guy when you want to warp something from your opponent's battle area. This guy for blocker, I swing with him anyways. And you have Dark Broly Demon Realm Ravager. This is the best card in your arsenal because when he comes into play, you pick one battle card from your opponent's drop area and put it back into the deck or send it to warp, I think so. And then Dark Broly, your opponent also warps 1 card from their hand. So this is hand destruction, this is a blocker, this is a board control, and every single one of them you just need to send 6 black battle cards from your drop area to a warp, and then you play them out for free. 0 energy, that's what they do. Alright, and we're gonna talk about the leader, because how do you make that thing happens, right? How do you get so many cards in your drop area? That's when your leader comes into play. Dark Broly and Paragus, once per turn, you look up to top 5 cards from your drop area. You take 3 cards with 30k. It needs to be 30k, put it into your drop area, the rest of cards at the bottom of your deck. We will be making sure that this deck itself has a lot of 30k, so that you can populate your board with 30k. Yeah, when this card attacks a draw card, 4 or less, you get to draw 2, flip this card over. Okay, I'm just waiting for the animation to finish. Dark Broly and Paragus, the Corrupted. Once per turn, you draw 1 card, and then you place 3 black battle cards with 30k from your warp to your drop, and activate battle once per turn. Because most of your cards, because they are black, is 0 plus 0k. You don't have combo power, but you can sack them from your drop area, from your battle area, or from your hands, so you can get the extra 5k for your leader only. The reason is that 30k, they don't want you to combo power on top of 30k. That's why they put that type of restriction, but you can use them to protect your leader. Alright, here we go. And SS Broly, the Rampaging Monstrosity, your Unison card is going to help. Competitive wise, a lot of people, they don't really use this because you really don't need it. However, we will be sticking to the theme. It is Broly, we will be playing it. His +1 is really good. You add the 2 black battle cards with 30k from your warp to your drop area, so you just keeps on populating this recycle mechanics in your drop area to your warp, right? And his -4 is really good, but we will not be touching it here. If your opponent doesn't take care of him, hits -4, your opponent's gonna be basically finished. And here we go, the Rampaging Monstrosity, and he can swing also. Another 15k swing, why not? Here we go. And other than playing from the drop area, there is another way that you can play the Dark Broly cards with 1 energy. So if you play from the drop area, 0 energy, but if you use this guy, it's 1 energy, Savage Rush. You can play him also from drop area for 1 energy, but with this 7-star Dragon Ball. So you pop this Broly, put it into the drop area, go to your deck, search for 1 Dark Broly, and play him. And you can use Towa Union of Magic and Science, if that any makes sense, because she's a magician scientist. You can use her to either take the Dragon Ball from the drop to your hands. You can recycle it with 1 energy, or when you play her, go to your deck, find another Dragon Ball, put it into your hands. And on top of that, we have the new expansion card, Towa Rewriting History. This is not gonna be in your competitive, like not competitive, your expensive build, but if you're just playing it to the theme, why not play her, draw 1. When you play her, you get to go to your drop area or your deck and bring that 1 Dragon Ball into your hands. If not, you can tap 2 if you have 3 or more energy and go to a deck and find a Dark Broly and play her. Really good. I like it, and it's a 0 from 5k. You can combo. This is one of the cards that you can combo on top of a battle card. If you need it, arguably, you don't need to. Alright, and then there is one of the things very important is that all your Dark Broly are unique. So that means you cannot have more than 1 copies on the field. But all of them has a come into play effect. So one of the things that you want to do is to recycle their come into play effect, right? And Towa Dark Aura Dilute, she is a really good card because when you play her for 1 energy, of course she cannot attack. Choose one of the Dark Battle cards with 3k and place it in your drop area. Then you pick 1 card that is 30k into your hand. So you can pick those cards that you want, right? Especially that 1-drop Dark Broly Savage Rush or something that we just showed recently. Sorry about the nose. You can add them into your hands, but your target would be this Demon Realm Ravager. So when if he sticks on the board itself, your opponent doesn't take care of him because he's a 30k. Your opponent doesn't have any board control cards with him. You can swing with him, use the Towa Dark Aura, pop him, take a card back into your hands, then use his ability, play him back, and make your opponent warp 1. So you just keep on getting recurring value with this guy. Just keeps on making your opponent drop their cards. Alright, and because we will be playing black, we have cards in our drop area that we can bring it back from the warp. We will be playing with over round 2, but take care, we are going to be sticking with 30ks. So Mira, Creator, Absorb is theme, and it's 30k. Why not? This guy, it's overrun for 4 for 1 energy. When this card attacks, it gains 5k for each card in the warp for the duration of the turn. That means when he swings, if you have 7 cards in the warp, this guy becomes a 65k swing. Is it enough? I think it's enough. What's good is that he has deflect, so he's really good. Alright, and then we will be playing with SCR, that is the cheapest SCR out there, Full Strata in Mystery. I'm just joking about the SCR, but this guy is the game ender here. He is the SCR without the ultimate tag. Over round 10 for 6, a lot, I understand, but if the game drags, you have a 30k that you can bring it back into your hands anyways with Towa if you want it, and he just ends games right there. Really good card. And alright, so this is the budget build itself. Take note that if you want to get into the game, this is how you do it. This is a very expensive card. Unfortunately, it is required. This itself, it's 80 USD. The rest of the cards here, it's like 20 USD. Alright, unfortunately, if this card gets cheaper, then this deck gets way cheaper. One of the sideboard option that, depending on the matchup, oh my nose. One of the matchup, depending on the matchup, how you want to do it, play Dabura, Darkness Perfected. This is one of the ways that you can kind of counterplay while making sure that you stay alive. It's a cheap card too, just don't get the pre-stamp version. The pre-stamp version, I don't think it's a lot of, way more expensive, but this is deck around 100 USD. Alright, so let's talk about the more powerful build. The more powerful build here, the first one is we will be swapping Mira Creator Absorb away and put in Demon God, Demigra, this guy is really good. So overwhelm for 5-2, Dark Overwhelm for 5-2. The reason is because you are playing with this deck itself. Your overwhelm, you're going to be doing Dark Overwhelm, and this guy is going to stick. And this card, when you play for Overwhelm or Dark Overwhelm, you get to draw one card, and then it is also a board control. So it is basically one of your Broly also. So if you need to take out more cards in your opponent's battle area because you need to control them, this guy can do the job. And every time he swings, your opponent has to discard, send one card from their hands to the wall. The difference is that it does not come into play effect when regarding hand destruction. Every time he swings, your opponent has to do it. This card is seriously really good, especially in this deck because he is a 30k. That means with Towa's ability, you will have him in your hands. So it is the same like Dark Broly Demon Realm. This two cards combined, your opponent has to discard two, and this card stays on the board. Your opponent has to further discard if they have no answer for this guy. Alright, and then we will be taking we'll be looking at our defensive option. Most of the prizes comes from the defensive side of the game. So Petrification, this card itself, it's really good. However, we will be taking out Protector of the People because this meta right now, people are just going for multiple swing, early turns, try to win the game, right? And a Protector of the People negates the attack, and then every time your opponent swings, you get the extra 5k. Why not? So when your opponent swings one time, you're 20k, second time 30, 25, third time 30. Right, and we'll be taking out Paragus, and we will be substituting with Masayan. This is also a defensive option card. And how do you use this card? You're never going to be overwhelmed for 6. You're not going to do that, right? What you do here is that you are doing his activate battle. How you use this activate battle is that when your opponent goes for triple strike or double strike and they thought that they're going to be ending the game, all you have to do is to tap one, take this card, discard it, take one of your life, discard it, and then you only you take no damage. Technically you take 1 damage, right? You crit yourself 1, but because your opponent is going for the game with double strike, triple strike, they cannot end the game because this card is in your hands. He is also coincidentally, conveniently 30k. That means Towa. You can use Towa and get him back into your hands. We will be playing also with Dragon Ball Negative Energy Overflow, a real board clearing. It clears your board also. It's really cheap because it's like 0 energy because you have a lot of cards in your drop areas anyways. Your leader combined with your unison card can go from 0 to 5, just like that. And this card basically just becomes a 2-cost remove or 0. Most of the time when I use him is 0. And at the end of the turn, choose all battle cards, including yours, ignoring barrier, and place them in your opponent's drop area. You can use it defensively or offensively just to board clear, because you can either clear blockers when your opponent enters, like Shin Shenron, right? When your opponent end his turn, like when they swing for the last battle, you just play this card, and all his blockers are gone, and and you have your cards are gonna come in cheap anyways. It's coming from the drop area, and then you're doing yourself a favor because when they come into play, you get that come into play effect. Alright, so this is the expensive build itself. This price costs around 400 USD at this point of recording. Is it 400 USD more? Not really. Trust me, not really. I think the budget version is good enough. If I were you to invest, I would invest on this guy because this guy is really good. Maybe 1 copy of this guy, but just to do this, maybe 2 copies, yeah. And one of this, it's already like 100 USD, just like that. Unfortunately, some of the cards are very expensive right now, but you can always start with the budget version. Get yourself. You will fall in love with the deck, I promise you. And then if you really want to dive into it, invest in this guy, and you will just make your deck way better. And if you can get this Dragon Ball Negative Energy for cheap, you get the additional defensive option. Alright, and sideboard option, it's also expensive. Koitsukai. This is what you can put it in. If you have him, it just stops early shenanigan right there and just buys you another turn, right? Okay, so basically that's it. I hope you like the new format, and to get you started, and also to help you guys to upgrade your deck if you want to. So you have the starter version, you understand how the deck works. If you like it, there's a way to get you started, and then I also give you the upgrade version to make it more powerful and maybe help, hopefully, a little bit more competitive. Alright guys, I hope you like it. Drop me a like, subscribe, and then I would really appreciate a lot. Write me down in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about this new format. Is it a little bit too long? I can understand sometimes I talk a lot, but we went through quite a lot in this video, right? So without this is me talking too much, I want to wish you guys a nice day. Stay safe, and yeah, well wishes. See you guys in the next video. Yeah, ciao.